What's up with the vibes? What's up with the vibes? We just try and keep it where the aura stay alive.
Hey guys, Shakirah from that network here. I'm currently in Green Market Square. I'm about to interview SkyZoo and Apollo Brown about the Easy Truth Africa tour. We're just going to chat to them a little bit about what it's been like, you know, their views on South Africa, etc, etc. So stay locked and check it out.
Okay. J-Town, what's up? Nah, I said J-Town, what's up?
My pop said timing is money, ain't it? I prayed over my watch and promised.
So Sky, you guys, you know, have obviously been working together for quite a long time. Can you tell me who initiated first contact? And I know obviously you've been a fan of each other's work for a while as well.
Yeah.
So how did that happen that you guys started working together, and particularly on this project?
Well, the way it started, you know, we run in similar lanes, being on the same side of the fence musically, the things that we represent musically, what we're about, coming up around the same time. So, you know, seeing them at beat circuits and, you know, producer events and likewise, just floating around, we always was fans of each other and built and all that. But then when it came down to the album, we toured, we went on tour, it was myself, Apollo, Ugly Heroes, Torre, we all went on a European tour together. And when on the tour, people were asking about more music with us together. We had one song here, one song there. Got back from the tour and people were tweeting, yo, when are you guys gonna do an album? You two should do an album together. And Apollo texted me and he said, man, I know you see these tweets, we might have to do it. And I was like, yeah, I think we might. We just put the time together and we rocked, you know?
It's something we kind of talked about, you know, doing music and not necessarily a full album yet, but, you know, just doing music, you know, making songs. And I'm on his album, I'm on the Barrel Brothers album, he's on my album, you know, and the people, the fans were liking what they were hearing. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted more. And they kept either tweeting or
Facebooking,
you know, Instagram comments or Facebook messages or whatever, wall posts and stuff, and I just kept seeing it over and over and over. Yo, when you gonna work with Sky? When you guys gonna do an album? You know, SkyZoo, yo, Apollo Brown and SkyZoo, that would be dope. So it's kind of like we had to kind of expedite the situation. And,
it was inevitable.
You know, it was something we, you know, like, yo, let's do this, man. This is what the people want.
I think I saw in an interview, I think possibly with you, where you said, like, even if we didn't want to do the album together, like, the fans would never have left it alone. We had to just,
you know, it was
but we wanted to.
No, we wanted to.
I know that.
Definitely wanted to.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Apollo. I know that Sky normally writes everything on the spot, and for a producer, you're already laughing. And for a producer, you know, that might not always be what you're used to. So can you tell me a bit about the creative process? And also, I know that you guys put the album together in under a week, like 6 days.
6 days,
yeah, so that, I mean, that's crazy time.
No, it was dope.
So tell me just about what it was like, and what it was like working with someone who writes, you know, right there and then.
I mean, I'm a very efficient producer, so you know, I'm always looking at the clock, and time is money. And you know, obviously, I want to come under budget, or you know, try to spend as little money overhead as I can, so we can get the maximum. You know, behind, you know, afterwards. So, but you know, usually I have a rule like, yo, no working in the studio, or no writing in the studio, man. Let's have this all written before we get to the studio. So when we get to the studio, you know, all that time is used for recording. You know, and it was different this time, but it was like, how can I change his process? You know, it's been years and years and years in making successful albums, successful music, the same recording process. And who am I to jump in the way of that? You know what I'm saying? I want the best albums, you know, possible out of SkyZoo. So I'm not going to interrupt his process and way of doing things, and way of giving us a successful album. You know, and you know, I was like, you know what? Let me back up and you know, let me just let him do his thing. You know, and I'm all about compromise. So
I'm sure it must have been quite different, you know, obviously for you as well, to adjust to that sort of style.
Well, you know, for me, it's usually the studio process goes really fast. 12-hour studio time, you know, 16 hours in the studio, whatever. So it's usually boom, 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 boom. But I'm glad it went the way it went because I got a chance to watch him write and watch how he, you know, puts together words and patterns and develops, you know, 16s or 24s or you know, 32 bar verses and just sit there and wonder, like, how are you getting this inspiration? We're in a basement right now. Like, where's this inspiration coming from? You know what I'm saying? There's no pictures on the walls.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very sterile basement. You know what I'm saying? There's a drum set in the corner and, you know, a white dude at a desk, my engineer Tate, and you know, just the music going on over and over and over, and there's really no inspiration to look at. So obviously he's inside of his own head, and that's pretty dope that you can do that and come up with what he came up with for the album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And telling his story and telling his truth.
Yeah.
So that was dope.
And in under a week. I just have to say that
6
again.
days, you know, 6 days.
You know,
and that's the entire album.
Yeah.
From you know, that's not,
beginning to
you know, that's not things that were, you know, songs that were already written. That was, you know, beginning to end.
Yeah,
I made
like 3 beats.
A few more beats during that process. We go home after the studio.
Yeah.
He goes back to the hotel. I go back to my house. I feel a little inspiration. I'm like, all right, I see where this is going. I see where, you know, the sound is taking us. Let me make, you know, craft a few joints that might, you know, blend into what we're doing. And
add to the end product,
those became, you know, what, a couple dollars?
I want to say payout. I want to say
nodding off.
Yeah, those 3. Yeah, I went to Detroit with a blank page, you know, because I do every project like that. Because I write fast. If I was a slow writer, I might have bent a little bit, knowing, okay, I'm in Detroit for, you know, 7-8 days or whatever it was. I gotta be conscious of the time, the money, whatever. If I'm home, if it takes me however long to write a record, so be it. But I'm on, you know, a dime out of town doing what I gotta do, but at the same time I'm a fast writer, whether I'm home or out of town. So I was like, nah, I'll just blow through it. I'll just blow through it and be fine.
Cool.
You know.
Okay, so Sky, this one's for you. It's obviously not your first time in South Africa.
Right.
You know, tell me just a little bit about your South African experience in general, firstly as a country, and then what you think about sort of the hip-hop / music scene down here.
Well, as a country, I just feel like I'm home. And it sounds a little cliche, but it's kind of like, you know, we're all from here.
Yeah.
No matter what you look like.
That's true.
Whether you're my shade, lighter or darker, we're all from here. You know, so at the end of the day, it feels like I'm back home. And the first time I got here, I felt like I belonged here. And the dope thing about it is something Apollo mentioned the other day. When you can perform and you see a sea of nothing but people that look exactly like you. That's amazing.
Doesn't happen often.
Yeah, and it's not to take away from a sea of different shades and cultures and that's amazing because that's what music does. It brings people together like nothing else in the world does. But when you can have those moments where you go out and it's just, you know, everybody's of one cloth and understanding everything in one way, it's just as amazing as when there's a bunch of different cultures and cloths out there. The problem is we don't see it as much as we do with the mix. You know, like we go to Europe, we're in the States, we're in Asia, we're in Australia. But when you're here, it's just, you know,
usually
it's one thing.
In the crowd, we're the minority.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's domestic or abroad. We're usually the minority. So when you can, you know, perform a show and look out and now you're the majority. And, or you're the 100%. You know what I'm saying?
You're the only.
Wow. You're the only. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa.
It's good for that balance. Like I said, it's not about not appreciating when there's a mix. It's all about all that coming together. But it's good to have that balance. It's good to have that balance no matter which way it goes. Absolutely. So, you know, that on top of the love, the people, the culture, the fabric of it all. Like literally the fabric of the country and of the continent and everything that it's about here. And then the music scene is insane. You know, from the tribal house stuff to the local rappers to, you know, the not trap rappers, but, you know, rappers that are kind of on that a little bit, but in their own way with their own twist. You know, the stuff that's making its way to the States, the influences, the sounds and the vibes and the movement, you know, the music that makes you move a certain way. that's seeping into the States. You know, you see Drake on it now, you see Rihanna on it. It's from here. Whether people in the States realize it or not, it's from here. WizKid, I know he's not from SA, but you got WizKid and different people like that. It's from here, you know, so.
It's, sorry, I'm just thinking, it's like amazing that you guys say, you know, it's nice to see when you're the majority, or, you know, see people like you, because for someone like me who's from here, I see it every day, so I don't think it's
right.
anything.
It's the norm,
you know, I walk around and I see people like me in the street all the time, so it's actually just really making me think maybe I should appreciate that more often, because I don't ever think about it.
Come to the States for like a week or two.
I mean, we're not
I'll see the
necessarily,
difference.
we're not necessarily the consumer. You know, or I don't want to say we're not necessarily the supporter, but you know, it's just like I said, when you look into a crowd and you only see a sprinkle of you,
I can
people that look like you,
and you're making music for you.
You're
like,
you know what I mean?
You wonder, you know. So.
Okay. Okay, and then do you see yourself maybe coming back to South Africa to collaborate with some local people?
Absolutely.
I didn't even finish my question.
Yeah,
You're like, yes.
Because I was excited about where it was going. You know, I've worked with Boy Wonder, I've worked with my man Yambo, all, you know, producers and rappers from out here in SA, Joe Berg in particular, you know. My man did the beat over here, he's working the camera right now, but we gotta get him in the front. But you know, no, it's been dope. It's been really dope working with artists and producers from here, and it's really just the start. And I feel like every time I'm here, I learn about more artists and producers. I find new songs. I go home, we got 3-4 new songs. I go home, yo, that record, okay, Shazam it, okay, cop it. You know, I've always said my favorite SA song is, I want to say her name correctly, Shakirah, Let You Know. Is that her name, Shakirah?
Well, Shakirah.
Shakirah?
I guess you could pronounce it like that.
My bad,
very good track.
I love that record. That's my favorite SA record, you know. And so but I feel like every time I come over, I leave with a couple new songs, a couple new artists, and just people to enjoy to go back home. So with that being said, definitely, the door is open. The door is open for people to kick it. My man Simba in Mozambique, we already talked about working. So 100%, just sprinkling it around, you know?
Talking about Mozambique, Apollo, is this your first time in Africa?
This is my first time in Africa.
And so talk to me a little bit about, I mean, your African experience firstly, but then also what the tour has been like for you in Mozambique. And I know you were in Joburg, get back to the city this week as well. So tell me a bit about that.
I mean, so far, I keep saying the same thing over and over, but I reiterate the energy. You know, there's a lot of energy and a lot of pride. You know, the pride is crazy. Like, I wish we had that back home. And, but the energy of the people before we even hit the stage. And then even continuation after we get off. You know, and while we're just walking around or signing things or you know, selling merch or just dapping people up. Like the energy is like, wow, man. You know, it's crazy to know that you affect people across the world. 17-hour plane ride away. You know, that's always something that you feel up in here and you take it home with you and you're just like, wow, man, like I can't stop doing this. You know, and it's like not every day, but at least probably once a week I want to quit. You know, but then I think about stuff like this where I'm like,
it's actually worth it.
You know, I touch people. You know, and being able to do that and they tell me about it or you know, make people feel something, some kind of way. You know, or make someone's day better, or you know, make someone forget something or remember something with my music. That type of stuff keeps me going, and this trip right here kind of solidified that. And I've never been to Africa. I've always wanted to be here. You know, I've always wanted to see how it was and how people respond to my music. And I'm seeing that, and I'm like last night was ridiculous. The night before was ridiculous.
Tell me about Mozambique, because personally, I mean, I haven't been there, so I don't know what it's like. But tell me about what your show was like, and you know.
I mean, to have a show like last night with so much energy and the people were so hyped that we were there, and you're in a city that is not well off. You know, they're not well off. I'm like, how do you know about me? You know, do you have internet? You know, how are you you know, how are you finding out about our music?
Yeah.
And not just one of you, but
all of
a sea of you. Like, how do you know about
people?
us?
Yeah.
You know, and you want to question it, but then you just don't even care. You're just like, yo, however you know about it, you know about us, and that's dope. You know, and last night was amazing. So they were just there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were so present.
Yeah.
Yo, you can feel it. You know, whether they were quiet or whether they were loud. And they weren't ever quiet. So
it was real. It was real.
The presence was there. You know, and I felt something in the city. Like, you know, just riding through the city.
Yeah.
You feel you're impacted by. You know what you see. And
I'm glad you guys have been welcomed.
Yeah, it was crazy.
With open arms.
You know, every time. I remember the last time I was here. Last year for Back to the City and Cool Out on the rooftop and all that. Some of the fans who I had seen at a couple shows before, because like I said, I'd been a few different times, they were like, yo man, you might as well just get a flat. You're always here. Like, you're always here, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
Your family now. He's like, you might as well get a flat, bro. I'm like, no, right? I might as well get an apartment, you know, and get a little one bedroom and post up.
Yeah.
And, you might as well, because you're always here, you're always welcome, and we love you there. And
maybe you should really start thinking about it.
Thinking about it, I'm looking through, you know, might have to, you know, have you guide me in a direction or something of how to run a career, you know. But it's an amazing feeling to be that at home off of music on the other side of the globe. Like, if you take the globe and turn it around, you know what I mean?
It's literally the other side.
That type of thing, like, you turn it around and it's home there, off of music, off of stories about my neighborhood. Because all my music is about my neighborhood. All my music is about how I grew up, where I still live.
I feel like it's so relatable though to a lot of people who are even not from your neighborhood.
That's
you know what I mean?
And that's what, and not to cut you off, but you nailed it, because that's what I've been fortunate enough and blessed enough to be able to succeed with my music, because it's relatable to everyone. If you've never been to Brooklyn, you've never been to Bed-Stuy, it doesn't matter. You feel it in you. You're like, I've never been there, I've never been to Fulton Street, I've never been to St. James, whatever. But it's just like being over here, being over there, wherever you're from. You get that, and you feel like when you listen to the music, you're looking in the mirror. And that's what I want the music to do. Because if it does that, it'll last with you forever. And anyone else can relate to it. It's not in right now. It's not me talking about something being lit or whatever, because that's a term for right now. It's about something lasting forever. You know?
Music that gives you goosebumps. It's universal.
If it doesn't make you feel, what's the point of listening to it?
Absolutely. I say that all the time. I can't listen to music.
I learned that from you.
I can't make music. I can't feel. If I can't feel it, it doesn't move me. It doesn't take me places. There's no reason for me to listen to it.
Right.
There's no reason.
I always say music does one of two things. You either relate to it or you escape to it. You know, and the music that I make, or that we make, is music you relate to. You know, you have music you relate to, where that's what I'm going through, that's what I get. Music you escape to, like, I know I don't live this glorious lifestyle, but I'm gonna pretend for the night because I just got paid and I want to feel good. You relate to it or you escape to it, one or the other, and they're both dope. You need both. So I make music you relate to.
In love with a mattress that was somewhat out of place, where due to old habits it could double as a chase. Talking major key, let it cut you out of case, or try and run the city till it run you out of state.
Apollo, this one's for you, and maybe a little bit personal, but you've made it very clear, you know, in a lot of interviews that you've done, that you are a very family-orientated man, and that you love spending time at home with your wife and kids.
Absolutely.
So when you go on tour and you do things like this, I mean, I'm sure it must be hard for you. How do you cope with being away like this?
You know, thank God for FaceTime.
Oh, that's also true. We live in the new age, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. FaceTime, and you know, with Skype before that, but they understand what I have to do. I mean, the kids don't really understand it, but it's, you know, my wife understands, you know, what my career entails, and going overseas and traveling is a part of my career. It's, you know, it's part of my supplemental income. So, and not only that, just sharing my music with the world, and you know, it kind of comes with the territory when you make an album or you make songs or you collaborate with someone who also has fans, you know, abroad. It just comes with the territory, and she knows that, she understands it, you know, and whether I'm gone for a week or I'm gone for 5 weeks, you know, it's hard. Especially when you got kids at home, and you know, it's, you know, but like I said, thank God for FaceTime. FaceTime every day, you know, whether we're 6 hours ahead or 15 hours ahead if I'm in Australia or...
Just makes you feel a bit closer.
Yeah, you know, I can see them, talk to them, laugh, you know, and smile and know that they're all right.
Yeah.
You know, I can't touch them, but, you know...
It's good enough for now.
It's good enough, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
But come that last few days of the tour, you know, it's like...
When?
It's like summer vacations coming up when you're in school. It's like, you know, you're ready to go back and hug your people.
Okay.
You know, so.
And then last question, just to wrap it up, and either of you can answer. There's obviously a lot of chemistry with the two of you. You know, if anyone has listened to the album, they can already hear that, and I mean, I'm sure that's why the fans wanted one before it even came out. So can we expect more collaborative work from the two of you in the future?
Absolutely.
You know, who knows if there'll be another full-on album? You know, time will tell. You know, but as far as my next solo album, his next compilation producer album, things like that, absolutely. You know, I'm dropping an EP in July and he's on it. You know, he's got a joint on there. I'm working on my album to come out in probably December, January. He'll be on that. You know, so there'll be a joint here, a joint there, no matter what.
He knows he can go from anything. So,
vice versa.
I mean, chemistry it comes from within. You know what I'm saying? It's not, when I work with somebody, it's kind of like, you know, my music, my beats are my kids, and before you let anyone else watch your kids, you want to get to know that person and interview that person, or know that they're going to take care of your kids the right way, you know, and represent the right way, and you know, he's a good dude, period, like a good person, and that means a lot, you know what I'm saying? That like that's part of the chemistry right there, you know what I'm saying? We don't get together and talk about hip hop. We don't talk about rap. We don't talk about, you know, music. We talk about life. You know, we genuinely talk about other stuff. It's not like, yo, so what's next? You know, what we gonna do, and you know what all that stuff. You know, that's whatever, man. We talk about family. We talk about life.
I guess that's why the album had so much meaning and, you know, so much realness, I think.
I mean, it's you know, that's chemistry, and you know. You know, I just, you know, it's a lot more than music. You know, to make the music sound good.
It's friendship.
Absolutely.
It couldn't be, you know, you can't make an album with somebody who you don't know or don't like. You can't. Maybe a joint
with somebody you don't like.
Because you're with them every day for weeks, months, whatever. You know, if you're doing one joint, you know, you can get a beat from somebody via email who you don't know. That's fine. It's one joint. You kick it on text. You met once or whatever. Yo, you get busy. You send some bread. Absolutely. But a full album, you gotta promote together, run around and get. There's gotta be some type of synergy there.
Yeah, you're right.
So
it's personal. It's very personal. We're sharing our craft with each other.
You know what I'm saying? And depending on each other.
Absolutely.
Depending on him to do what he does best. He depending on me to do what I do best. And running with it. You know, makes sense.
Thank you so much, guys. The easy truth.
Absolutely.
There you go.
If you haven't yet checked it out, please do. The Easy Truth. You can find it online anywhere. Cool. Bye, guys.
Peace.